Hey everybody, we're here with WILX meteorologist Andy Provenzano, and he's going to answer some more of our viewer weather questions.
Well, good afternoon everybody, welcome to July.
All right, Andy, the first question we have is from Stephen Frederick, and he is wondering, will we get out of this wet weather pattern soon?
You know, there's some moderation to this pattern. It's going to start to fluctuate here and there, where we'll still have some rainy days, but mixed in some more dry days. Now we're going to end the rest of this week and get into the 4th of July pretty dry, but we're back into scattered storms again next week. It is a slow change to this pattern. I'm hoping that as we heat up more and more this summer, that this won't carry all summer long. Usually they don't, but it's going to be a gradual process. I would say July rainfall is probably going to still be near normal or slightly above, but we should be able to mix in some drier days as well.
All right, we just had a question here on Periscope from Richard Dalton. He wants to know if it's ever going to start feeling like summer.
You know, I just can't tell you when we're going to hit 90 degrees, and it's been really tough to get into the mid-80s. I think Grand Rapids has set a record on their longest streak going into summer without even hitting 85. So mid-80s are likely to happen, but there's no signs of our pattern changing enough yet to get that 90-degree weather. Now, it can change in a heartbeat, and you can end up with 90s with a strong south flow. I don't see it just yet.
All right. Jamie A. McDonald would like to know how and when mammatus clouds are formed.
Mammatus clouds?
Oh, mammatus
clouds are usually, they come right from thunderstorms because of all that turbulent wind that's aloft. And those are the clouds that usually you'll see them after a big line of storms have gone through, maybe just after the rain quit. And you'll see they got like cotton balls hanging from the sky, and you've got a lot of turbulent wind that creates that pattern. And mammatus are always associated with bad weather. Unfortunately, it happens after storms go by.
All right, very good. And Amanda Morrison Mogul would like to know, is it true what I've heard that a tornado won't strike where two rivers meet?
No, it's not true. It's an old wives' tale. I don't know. I've heard that since I've started, and I don't know where it comes from, but ask the people in Portland. Portland has two rivers that meet, and that didn't help them either. So I don't know where that all originated from. There have been tornadoes in towns in Michigan that have two rivers, Albion, those kind of areas. I'm not sure where that originated, but it can happen anywhere. The low-lying areas are likely to get it too, and that's why people thought being in a low-lying area where rivers meet can't happen, but it can, especially in the type of tornadoes we see. They're very small, they spin up, they're really not those big concentrated storms that they see out in the Central Plain states, so I think anywhere is a possibility.
All right, and the one thing all of our viewers seem to be talking about this week are bugs.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes, black flies, the population seems to have exploded.
It did. We've had such a dry March and April, and I think, and I'm not an entomologist, but I think the spring hatch really didn't happen because there wasn't standing water. We didn't have a lot of that water. Now we have standing water everywhere. It's standing in our backyards, let alone maybe the tarp of your pool. All those areas are breeding grounds for mosquitoes. And until we can dry things up and we dump all those buckets of water around our house that are sitting there, until that happens, the mosquitoes just keep breeding. It's a field day for them. So with the drier weather at the end of this week, we should see a lessening up a little bit here towards the weekend, but be prepared to have the bug, whatever you use, because it's probably not going to change.
All right, guys, you heard it from Andy. Get rid of that standing water that's near your house.
Right.
All right, thanks a lot, Andy, and we will see you next week.
All right, see you then.